Hi, and welcome back to Iron Radio. I'm Ken.
I'm John.
And welcome to another episode of Star Wars Shatterpoint. We've got some good lists out today, and John, what do you have at the table?
I have a Jedi Hunter, Inquisitor, Darth Vader list.
And I've got Obi-Wan Kenobi in that I think it's a dual pack with Vader and Obi-Wan, along with Luminara, her apprentice, Barriss, and I think I got Ahsoka and a whole bunch of Mandos helping me out. So, red blades against not red blades?
Yes. Big shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon members. If you'd like to check it out, there's a link down below.
All right, we're going to get to both of our setups and then right into the action. Welcome to the board here on Shatterpoint. We've already seen the forces, but we'll quickly go through what we have. We've already done the initial setup. I have Ahsoka over here, Obi-Wan leading the charge, the two Mandos, Luminara, Barriss, and the two Super Commandos over here.
I have Darth Vader with Jango Fett and the Fifth Brother. I have the Grand Inquisitor with Third Sister, and that's the Fourth Sister.
While we're talking about our setup in terms of where ladder points are, this mat is provided by Skirmish Mats. This is part of their Desolute Dunes series, so check them out. Link is on the screen below. We are playing Locate the Asset. We have our different points activated already on the board. John, where are our ladders and egress points?
Okay, we have a ladder to the second story. Ladder on either side of here, ladder on either side of here, and this building only has a ladder here, so you better be able to jump. Ken won the roll-off, so he is first player.
First activation of the game, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So the tactics is run. At the start of his activation, choose a character in this unit or another allied character that is engaged with an enemy character. They may recover and or reposition. So with tactics, Obi-Wan does nothing. Maybe I don't really want to use Obi-Wan right now. First turn of the game, we're going to spend that force point. We're putting Obi-Wan into reserve because this is not a useful thing. And I get the Mandalorians, the Super Commander, no, the Clan Kreese Mandos. So let's go ahead and move them first. So we're going to see if we can't get access to one of these points. So, 1 and 2. They will gain a focus action because they're stronger together. And then here we go, spending second force. I'm burning through it, John. And we're going to get both Mandos, well, at least one of them, within range. So that one, end of the turn, I will have that, but no points are scored.
I'll take this one, and are you in range of that one over there?
Thinking I might be. I am. So no points scored at the beginning on the first turn.
Over to me. I draw Jango Fett. Okay, Jango Fett is going to start off by doing a full move. Landing himself over to here, under the bridge. And then we're going to take a focus action, and when I do a focus action, I can do a jump action. We're going to jump ourselves right here toward the middle, being in range now of the center objective. So I will claim that and move 2 toward my side.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and use Luminara's ability, which is called Flow of the Force. I may look at the top card of my order deck before revealing an order card, or choosing to activate a unit from reserve. And I'm going to go ahead and activate that card. You've got Barriss that's being activated. Let's go ahead and try and get Barriss into a spot to do something. So, Barriss is going to go underneath here. And we'll spend another Force token, 3 down, to use Force Speed, which allows me to do another advance. That'll be her activation. John, I'm pretty sure I get control at that point. So 1, 2, 3. Struggle tracker is now on my side.
Activating, we get the Fifth Brother. We're going to go ahead and just move Fifth Brother forward. Not the most exciting turn. I just have melee units, so there's not much I can do, and then we're going to hunker. Move ourselves slightly more forward. I have moved them just into range, but that doesn't really help me. Struggle will go 2 toward my side.
Next activation is Luminara Unduli. It's the one that's on the top of the deck. We're going to keep Obi-Wan in reserve for the moment. Let's get Luminara moving. Get her closer to Barriss. So we're going to hang out over here. Burn another Force point. Once again, Force Speed. Except she sprints, so she's just a dash.
The younger apprentice is faster.
Clearly, yeah. It's one of the things they don't tell you about Jedi. As they get older, they get slower.
Until you reach Yoda's age, and then you're just hyperspeed?
Hyperspeed, you know, jumping around, all the rest of that stuff. End of my turn, I still have 3, so that drops 2 on my side of the struggle tracker.
Okay, back to me. I have the 4th sister. I think I might actually be able to do something with her. We're going to do a advance. And then we're going to start spending some Force points. We're going to spend a Force point to do a Force jump. That Force jump is going to land us right here, engaged with Barriss. And we're going to get our first attack of the game. Okay, so we're going to be using the melee attack. I get 7 attack dice.
Barriss gets 5 defense dice.
I have no expertise.
My end 3 become a crit and 2... No. It's a dodge. And I get a reposition.
Okay, so your dodge cancels out 1 of mine. And I get 4 hits. Okay, so I get 2 shoves, a pin, and an ability, but I can decide if I want to use the ability later. So first we'll do a shove. And we're going to shove you right against the wall. Whoop. And then we're going to follow up to here. And then we're going to shove you again into your master. And then we're going to follow up to there. I choose not to use my force push or pull because I would just be moving you right back into me.
So using the reposition that Barriss has, I'm going to go ahead and use that, but I cannot move because I'm pinned. Pinned is now gone. Still have to take the 4 damage though, John.
Okay, we are both in range of this, but Fifth Sister has Inquisitional Mandate. When determining control of an active objective, the character in this unit is contesting. If it's tied, I get control. So we will flip control of this point over to the dark side.
Giving you 3. Alright, let's take a look at what we've got here. Luminara is taking a peek, and you know what? I like that so much. We are going to use Ahsoka. We're We're going to start with Ahsoka taking a move action. I need to get into the fight here, so she's going to move forward to there. Still has some distance. John, you're not going to believe this. I'm going to spend another force point to advance Ahsoka to be able to start contesting this point. I will go ahead and take a hunger or a take cover action, so I get a hunger.
Yeah.
Goes here.
And you're choosing, I'm guessing, not to move forward.
Not moving forward. I'm going to stay where I'm at. And then that ends this round. I only control 2 of these points. So we just continue jumping back and forth.
I now draw the third sister. I'm gonna start burning through force points, Ken. Here it comes. Okay, the third sister is going to start the advance. Move herself right to here. Then we're gonna spend a force point to use Call of the Hunt. Choose an Inquisitors support character within 4, which we are just in 4. The chosen character may either dash or make a 5 dice attack. So I think we're going to make a 5 dice attack against Barris. Okay. 5 dice attack against you, and you have 5 defense dice.
Alright, here comes my 5. That's not bad, John.
Okay, my expertise becomes a critical and a damage added into the pool.
And I've got no expertise here. I've just got my 4 blocks, which are going to only remove 2 of your strikes.
Okay, so 3 criticals. So with 5 total damage, you gain a pin and a disarm, and I can do a shove, but I'm choosing not to. But you are wounded.
I am now wounded.
This will trigger lots of things, I think.
Yes, it will. Oh, yes, it will.
Okay, because a Force user was wounded, the Grand Inquisitor uses, clearly you were a poor student. When an Inquisitor's character wounds an enemy unit, after the effect is resolved, 1 allied Inquisitor's character may heal 2. I have nothing to heal, so I will move past that. Then, if the wounded unit was a Force unit, which it is, I gain 2 Force back. Then triggers go to Ken.
Alright, so you're right next to Luminara, and when an enemy character wounds an allied unit, which Barris is, after the effect is resolved, the character in another allied unit may recover 3 times. So Luminara is going to recover. I'm going to remove the conditions off of Barris. And really that's all that's going to happen there. And then with Ahsoka, we're going to use Ahsoka's Fierce Protector. So since you've wounded Barris, Ahsoka gets to advance toward the enemy character. Ahsoka can recover 3 times. And if the character is engaged with the enemy character, make a 5-die melee attack against that character. So Ahsoka does her advance. Clearly within melee range of the 4th sister. So she will lose her hunker token.
But now you get to make an attack.
5-die attack. 5-die attack from Ahsoka.
5 defense dice.
The 2 expertise for Ahsoka will become 2 strikes.
The expertise for the 4th sister becomes a block, blocking out 3.
Leaving 1 success, which does 2 damage to the 4th sister.
She takes the damage. Okay, we're going to spend a force point, and we're going to force jump with the 3rd sister. The 4th sister was having all the fun, so now we need to get her into here. And we're going to attack Ahsoka. Here we go with 7 attack dice.
Alright, Ahsoka, 5 defense dice, melee attack.
My 2 expertise become a hit and a damage in the damage.
And Ahsoka, on the other hand, her 2 expertise become a block, and 1 of your crits becomes a strike. I'm going to remove your 3 strikes, but you still have a crit, which gives you success.
Correct, which will be a damage and a shove, which we're going to shove you. And then follow up. Okay, that was a lot of free attacks from everybody, and it will end it, so I will gain a momentum because I wounded one of your characters, and 3 toward my side.
I think, John, now is the time for me to activate Obi-Wan Kenobi. So Obi-Wan has a tactic symbol, which is run. So at the start of his activation, choose a character in this unit or another allied character that is engaged with an enemy character. The chosen character may recover and reposition. So Ahsoka is going to go ahead and do recover action, removing 1 damage. And then she's going to reposition. So I do believe that means because we're engaged, I can't do the long one. I have to do that. So we're going to move Ahsoka to the opposite side here, which puts me once again in contention for the point, but you're going to be able to keep it for the moment.
Well, I have 2, I believe.
Even if you had 1?
Yeah, I will keep it. Yeah, but I have 2.
Alright, so Obi-Wan. Alright, Obi-Wan's just going to start making his march forward. Hopefully he will not deal with Darth Vader. We're going to go ahead and take cover.
And stay out of range.
So Obi-Wan gets a hunker token. I'm within range at that point, but so are you. So that's the end of my turn. I only have 2 points. So we're going to do something fun here, John. We are now in the center. We both gain a momentum.
Both of my leaders and a Shatterpoint card remain. We will activate the Lord of Sith, Darth Vader. So Darth Vader is going to head over here. He's going to take an advance. And then he's going to use Vader's Fury. And that's a force point. And do another advance.
I would not want to be those Mandalorians.
Okay. So we will be smacking the Mandos. And I only can choose the guy that's directly in front of me. We're going to flip over to Dark Rage and hit you with 7 attack dice.
Only 4 defense dice with these Mandalorians.
My 1 expertise will become 2 criticals.
And the 1 on the Mandalorian side becomes a dodge. I'm going to take 3 of your strikes out.
Leaving me with 3. Yeah. We're going to go start with 2 damage. And then we're going to go up, and we're going to do 2 more damage. And then we're going to go over. We're going to do 1 damage and a strain. And then because Darth Vader's Fury happened, I add 2 more damage into the pile, leaving it at 7.
7. Wow, so not only am I strained, that is 7 damage, John, which wounds the Clan Kreese Mandalorians.
Okay, then I will have a bunch of things to do. When that happens, when an allied Inquisitors character wounds an enemy unit, after the effect is resolved, 1 allied Inquisitors character may heal. Then if the wounded was a Force user, gain 2. So, 4th Sister will heal both of her damage, and I will not get Force points back because you're not a Force user, but no. Vader smacked you hard.
Boy, did Vader smack me hard. On my end of the equation, we're going to go ahead and let Ahsoka recover once because of Luminara's ability. Wow, yeah, that hurt.
Okay, because you are wounded, Vader gains control of this point, and I gain a momentum, moving me 4 to the side.
So back on my side here, we have a Shatterpoint card, and I need to figure out what the right piece to move here is going to be. I am going to spend my final force point, put the Shatterpoint card, it'll go back into my order deck, bringing up the Mandalorian Super Commandos instead. They need to get a move on. So let's start by repositioning these Mandos. This guy. Nope, not close enough. There we go. And then we will do a take cover action on these guys. And we're going to move closer to Obi-Wan over here. Just stay within range 2 here. I get my focus action that does nothing. And I only control 1 point now. So we move 1, but since I'm on your side, I gain a momentum token. I don't know that that's going to matter, John.
We draw the Grand Inquisitor. Grand Inquisitor has a thing off of him, so he's going to basically be move and hunger. So the Inquisitor actually doesn't have a lot going on for him right now. So we're going to just move him to about here. We're going to do some measuring. We're going to stay within range of that back one. And then we're going to just take a hunker. This is kind of like a waste of a turn, but there's nothing for me to really do. And we're going to take a hunker. That's it. I score 4 points, which will complete the first struggle.
Alright, so here we go into the first activation of Struggle 2. We start now by figuring out what the priority point is. We have, it's the one in the back by you, John. And I think the decision I'm going to make is to take my last card, which happens to be a Shatterpoint card. Have to do something with it. I'm going to activate Barasafi. Alright, injured to wounded. Other way around. Wounded to injured. So she's free to be used, has her 8 points back. And I think what we're going to do is take a focus action, and then we will attack the fourth sister. So I get my normal assortment of 6 attack dice, plus another one for focusing.
Okay, 5 defense dice for the fourth sister.
My 1 expertise converts into a crit.
My 2 blocks become, or 2 expertise become a block. I will cancel out everything but your crit.
Well, so I get to make a decision on what I want to do here. And I think what I'm going to do is a reposition and 2 damage to you.
Okay, I take 2 damage.
So I get to do my reposition. You're not wounded. But if I was not in control, I am now.
She's
Are
not
you-
in range. I am, so that's 2 versus...
You're within range 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, yeah, I don't have any debt. Damn, it's a long way. Oh, you know what? It's because it's 3 inches, not 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking smaller.
Okay.
All right, so that was my focus, my attack. So let's see what points we currently control. I definitely control the one out here. That one you control, and you control the one out in the back there as well, John?
Yes, with the Inquisitor.
All right, so I will get 1 point.
see where the priority is. Circle. That's the middle one. And I get to draw a card. To no one's surprise, it's a Shatterpoint card. I have to figure out what I would like to do. Okay, we're going to go with Jango Fett. We're going to start by doing, my client is getting impatient, take a focus action, and do a free jump, which will move me right to here, which will cause Obi-Wan to lose his hunker.
Oh, actually, I think
and the commandos.
Yeah, so the commandos will lose it also, John.
Yep, and then we're going to do capture wire for a force point. This guy is within 3, so he has to move directly toward me, 2. Then we're going to spend a force point, because this is my last card, I might as well make it worthwhile. And we're going to do a jump. Landing me over here. Could you check the range for that?
Yeah, it looks like you're fine.
Cool. And then we're going to, with our last action, we're going to melee those commandos. Also, you have a pin because I pulled you. So I get 6 attack dice. I'm in melee, so Vader's going to say, let your hatred flow through you. Because I'm doing a melee, I can suffer 2 damage and add 3 more dice.
Is that for anyone or just force users?
I think it's anyone. An allied character.
Yeah, okay, cool. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then I'm also focused, so I get another one. So I think I'm up to then 10 dice.
So you get your 6, your focus is 7, and then Vader's 3 more?
Yep.
Yeah, but you have to take 2 damage to do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy. 2 damage.
Yeah, out of your 9. Yeah.
And then we're going to attack
The flying one first?
the flying one. Here we go. 10 attack dice.
Yeah. Alright, the Super Commandos only defend on 5, but that's better in this case with the melee combat.
Okay, my 3 expertise become 2 criticals.
And I've got nothing, so I'm just going to take 3 of your strikes out, John.
Leaving me with 5 successes.
That's the whole tree if you want to go through.
So, going through the entire tree, I get a couple jumps here and there, but I kind of like my positioning. So, we're going to check real fast. We're in 3 of bloom. Nope. Okay, so we're going to do a total of 10 damage and a strain to those Mandos.
Alright, that will wound the Mandalorian Super Commandos, so you will get another momentum point. Okay, so on my end,
Is it Galactic Empire, or what's her phrase?
it is enemy character wounds an allied unit.
Okay.
Galactic Empire's on a different one. So let's see here. Luminara can have another character do some healing, which doesn't matter because all the characters that need healing are wounded. But Ahsoka could run in that direction, do something. I don't know that I want to actually do that, though. Because I kind of like where she's at, so I think, John, you get away with that.
Okay. The dark side will take that and gain 4 points and a momentum.
All right, well, I'm going to see what happens next. Priority point is going to go back onto your side of the table. Reshuffle the deck, force refreshes. I'll burn through it in the first 3 characters.
Ooh, that's funny.
It really is. Alright, first character to come up is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and actually that is not bad. So we're going to start with our run tactics.
When you activate, Jango Fett's going to spend a force point and shoot you with 5 dice.
Cool.
For each crit and hit, you suffer a damage. Or take 2.
Well, you know what I'm going to do is my tactic I'm going to use for Obi-Wan. He's going to remove one of those damages. And then he can go ahead and... Are you engaged with Obi-Wan right now? Yes. So I can reposition myself. No, I think we need to do something here with Jango. I am going to take a focus action and then attack Jango Fett. 6 dice plus my focus, 7 total.
Jango defends with 5 dice.
Because this is weakened Obi-Wan, his expertise becomes a single hit.
My 3 expertise become 3 with Beskar armor, taking out all 5 of your hits, leaving you with the critical.
So that 1 success will give you a damage and allow me to recover. And I'm going to go ahead and spend the recover on my... Actually, I'm going to spend it... No, I'm going to spend it to get rid of the strained off of the Super Commandos. That's his activation. We're tied here. I don't get any points here, John.
Okay, you do gain a momentum, though.
Do gain a momentum.
So I get to shuffle and regain all of my force points. And roll a dice. It is back to the middle with that. And we draw a card, and it's Darth Vader. Darth Vader is going to just move into the middle and declare himself Sith Lord and taunt you. I see only dead men! And the game ends because I will control all points.
Yep. Alright, that went very quickly in struggle number 2 after taking like almost our entire decks to get through struggle 1, and then it finally started moving over. Your Inquisitors hit a lot harder than I was expecting them to.
And I forgot the first couple of attacks to take damage on myself to add the Vader dice.
Yeah.
Vader's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy good. Yeah, almost most of my attacks, I just like one hit your units.
Yes.
Like Vader coming over, I was kind of worried about making that move because he would just be off to the side. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I'll get the point, and then they can't go anywhere. That unit's forever lost over there. And then Jango's tripwire pulling you over and then jumping over, taking it, and then wounding you just to add injury to insult was crazy at the end there.
That actually really helped you out, because I would have had probably one more turn at least if you weren't able to successfully move Jango over. But that turn with Jango, not only the multiple jumps, avoiding the damage from the Super Commandos, because if you would have advanced or dashed, I would have been able to hit you and hurt you. But the multiple jumping, basically his jetpack exhausted all of his fuel to get over there, capture that point, and I knew I needed to get something, and Obi-Wan came up. I did check. I had a Shatterpoint card next. Maybe if I activated Ahsoka, I can push Fourth Sister off and maybe get that point, but yeah, I needed to do a lot more damage there than I needed to on Jango. So, calculated risk, and I didn't know that it was a Shatterpoint. Could have been worse. So, all right, let's go for it and see what happens. My entire team was based around potentially healing characters, which is great. But you cannot recover and remove damage from characters that are currently wounded.
That would be like, what's that? Fourth Sister was like, poof. Hit you a little bit, and you heal it off. And then someone else comes in there like, wow, boom, and just kill them straight out. So,
no, a lot of fun, a lot of interactions. As with every game at Shatterpoint,
we're both just going down all of our cards, searching to make sure.
Like what's going on? Yeah.
The trigger with Inquisitors and Grand Inquisitor, and Vader being an Inquisitor, and gaining force points back, I never had force point issues. I wasn't spending a lot of it up front, like you didn't move into position.
Right.
But then when it came time to just dumping force points, like the Shatterpoint card with Jango at the end, I'm like, I have 5 force points that I have to use. Let's use them. And I could just force point to force the events.
Yeah, and there was 1 or 2 spots where I needed 1 more force point, and I could have done something at the end of the first struggle. So I think the mistake I made was pushing too far too quickly to get points, which actually, to be fair, for like the first 6 turns on each one of ours, that the momentum token.
Just went back and forth.
Back and forth between like 2 on your side, 2 on my side. It hit the 0 once or twice. I mean, didn't go anywhere. And we weren't gaining momentum either. I was a little worried we'd have to play like 3 full rounds of hands to get out of the first struggle. But then, yeah, as soon as you came in and that
Vader.
lightsaber got activated with Vader, the tide just turned right there. But it was still a lot of fun, though, for Shatterpoint.
Yeah, it really was. So let us know what type of lists you guys would like to see, or if you liked our Inquisitor versus Fallen Jedi or Running Jedi list that we played here.
If you enjoyed what you saw, check out our Patreon. We'd love to have you join our membership ranks. To help support the channel, we've got plenty of good stuff to bring you in the Shatterpoint area, so the link is down below.
Big thank you for everyone for watching. Until next time, I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
And this is Ion Radio.